High in the Karakoram Mountains, a snow leopard spent 6 hours watching a herd of barrel. Then it descended. And it didn't just kill one animal, it killed 3, then 5. Not because it was hungry, because killing is what predators do, without thought, without restraint, without any reason beyond the blind drive to eliminate everything weaker than itself. In the mountain of Chapada Diamantina, a snow leopard spent 6 hours on a rocky outcrop, watching a herd of barrel, blue sheep, moving through the valley below. The leopard's muscles tensed, its breath controlled, every fiber built for this moment. Then it turned away. The sheep were there, vulnerable, exposed, an easy kill by any measure. But the snow leopard walked back into the rocks and disappeared. Not because it wasn't hungry, because it had made a calculation that changed everything. If that moment just changed your mindset, stay with me. Because what researchers discovered about why snow leopards sometimes walk away from prey they could easily kill reveals something about predator intelligence that will change how you see the natural world forever. This is not about weakness. This is about strategy. This is about a form of intelligence hiding in the mountains that science is only now beginning to understand, because the next 12 minutes will shift your entire understanding of survival. The snow leopard is the ghost of the Himalayas, solitary, secretive, elusive, in an ecosystem where every calorie matters, where starvation is a constant threat, where survival means hunting alone in temperatures that would kill most creatures. The snow leopard has perfected the art of selective predation. It hunts from high ground. It scans mountain faces from elevation, reading movement and behavior across impossible distances. When prey is identified, the stalk begins, silent, measured, closing distance inch by inch, until the moment of commitment arrives. Then comes the launch, an explosion of power and precision that ends in death. But here's the mystery that haunted wildlife researchers for decades. Not every stalk ends in an attack. Not every close approach results in a kill. Before this video goes viral, you will understand the sensory, neurological, and strategic mechanism that allows snow leopards to assess prey age, viability, and nutritional value, and make the choice to either commit to the hunt or walk away. And when you understand this, you'll realize that apex predators possess an intelligence far deeper than instinct alone. The first clue came from camera trap footage in the Spiti Valley of India. Researchers had been tracking a solitary female snow leopard for 3 years, watching her hunting patterns, her territory, her seasonal movements. But one sequence of footage stopped the entire research team cold. The leopard had climbed to a high, rocky outcrop overlooking a barrel herd. She held position for 7 hours, not resting, not sleeping, actively monitoring, scanning. Then she descended and stalked to within 15 meters of the herd. The barrel scattered, a natural response. But one young animal, separated from its mother, ran directly past the snow leopard's position, an easy kill, a guaranteed meal. The snow leopard did not move. The young parrel escaped. The mother leopard climbed back to her observation point and waited for a different animal. Over the next 4 months, researchers documented this pattern repeatedly. The snow leopard would approach young prey, get within striking distance, and then, without exception, would allow the animal to escape. But when a full-grown adult baral was identified on the high slopes, the stalk was different, faster, more committed. It ended with a kill. This shouldn't happen. In survival mathematics, a meal is a meal. Calories are calories. Hunger doesn't discriminate. And yet, this predator was discriminating. Wildlife biologist Dr. Rodney Jackson, one of the world's leading snow leopard researchers, began investigating. His team set up additional camera traps. They tracked behavioral patterns across multiple leopards, across multiple seasons. What they discovered was systematic, intentional. Precisely, snow leopards were not hunting randomly. They were hunting selectively. Here's what the research revealed about how snow leopards assess prey. When a snow leopard scans from high ground, it's not simply looking for movement. It's gathering data on multiple parameters simultaneously: age, size, gait pattern, separation from the group, physical condition, injury or illness. The snow leopard's eyes are built for this. Their visual acuity at distance is extraordinary. They can detect movement across a mountain face from a kilometer away. But what's equally important is what happens in the predator's brain as it processes what it sees. Dr. Jackson's team documented that snow leopards have the neurological capacity to assess prey size-to-effort ratio in real time. When a young animal is identified, the leopard's brain calculates how much energy will it take to pursue this animal. How much nutritional value will this animal provide? Is the energy expenditure worth the caloric return? For young prey, particularly very young animals, the calculation often returns a negative result. A juvenile parrot might require intense effort to capture and kill, but provide minimal nutritional value. The snow leopard has learned, through generations of evolutionary refinement, that this trade-off is not worth the energy. But here's where it becomes genuinely sophisticated. The assessment isn't absolute. It's contextual. During winter, when food is scarce and starvation is a real threat, snow leopards will hunt younger prey they would ignore during abundant seasons. During spring, when newly weaned animals are emerging, the calculation shifts again. Dr. Jackson observed one female snow leopard stalking a lamb in early spring, getting within 10 meters, close enough to kill, and then deliberately veering away. 2 weeks later, when the same lamb had grown visibly larger and more muscular, the same leopard stalked and killed it. The difference? Nutritional viability. The animal had crossed the threshold where the energy cost of the hunt was justified by the nutritional return. This wasn't instinct in the way we understand it. This was calculation. So here's my question, and I want you to really think about this. When a snow leopard gets very close to young prey and then walks away without attacking, is the leopard being merciful or is it being strategic? Is there a difference? And more importantly, if a predator can make this choice, what does that say about whether predators possess something we might call intelligence or even morality? Drop your answer in the comments, because what actually happens next will completely flip your assumption. This is where the revelation becomes something extraordinary. Because when we understand that snow leopards don't hunt based on opportunity, but on calculation, it changes everything about how we understand predator behavior. The common assumption is that apex predators are driven by a single force: hunger, kill or starve. Survival of the fittest means the strongest take what they can, when they can. It's a brutal equation with no room for restraint. But snow leopard behavior reveals something entirely different. Apex predators don't simply maximize calories, they optimize calories. They make strategic decisions about resource allocation. They assess long-term survival probability, not just immediate hunger satisfaction. This reveals an intelligence that is genuinely sophisticated. Dr. Jackson documented that solitary apex predators, like snow leopards, jaguars, and tigers, display what researchers call selective predation strategy. The predator learns, over time, which prey populations are worth pursuing and which are not. It learns seasonal patterns. It learns to identify individual animals by behavior and condition. Most remarkably, snow leopards appear to possess what might be called prey management awareness. By avoiding young, vulnerable animals and preferentially hunting mature, healthy adults, the snow leopard maintains the prey population's long-term viability. If a snow leopard hunted everything, every young animal, every weak animal, every opportunity, the prey population would collapse. The prey would disappear. The predator would starve. Instead, by exercising restraint, By making selective choices, the snow leopard maintains its own food supply indefinitely. This isn't mercy, it's strategic survival. But it reveals something profound about predator intelligence. These animals don't operate on pure instinct. They operate on learned behavior, calculation, and decision-making that prioritizes long-term survival over short-term gain. The predator wasn't being merciful when it walked away from the young Baral. It was being intelligent. There is a final observation from Dr. Jackson's research that crystallizes everything. He documented a female snow leopard over 10 years, through multiple seasons, multiple prey encounters, multiple opportunities. What emerged was not a picture of an animal driven by blind hunger, but an animal that had learned the landscape, the prey populations, the seasons, and the calculations that maximized survival probability. This leopard rarely missed a kill once the decision to hunt was made, but she made very deliberate decisions about which animals to pursue and which to spare. In her final year of study, the leopard was observed passing by a young burrell lamb 3 times over 2 weeks. Each time, she got close. Each time, she walked away. On the 4th encounter, the lamb had grown visibly larger. The leopard killed it. What we learn from studying snow leopard behavior reveals an intelligence we never suspected. Apex predators are not simple killing machines. They are strategists. They make decisions. They assess. They calculate. They learn from experience. And sometimes they show restraint. That restraint isn't weakness. It's the signature of a predator that understands the difference between surviving today and thriving for years to come. The snow leopard that walked away from easy prey was making a choice. And that choice reveals that the natural world is far more complex than survival of the fittest. It's survival of the most intelligent. You now understand something about predator intelligence that most people spend their entire lives never knowing. That knowledge is rare. That understanding is profound.